Hello, everyone. I'm Anne. You can find me on Instagram at Dusty Wings Illustration. Otherwise, this is my 5e homebrew horror-themed campaign game with my homies. But yeah, welcome to Fabled 42. And Chris, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Chris. You know me as Avaron Swift. I am the resident fighter slash paladin of the group. You can find me on Instagram as the real Chris S, and then you can find me on Twitch and PlayStation Network as Agent Fox 5. Mackenzie, you're next.
Wow, I'm next. Wow. Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I also go by Mascot or MSCOT on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. I play Rock Gnome Artificer that specializes in the alchemy subclass known as Toddle. He's real funny and cute, and I like him a lot. And he's a goofball, and hope he doesn't die. And I was thinking about it today. I am the character who has lived from the start of the campaign to now. So that's kind of, I should get an award for that.
OG status.
Can I get a veterans discount on all my friends?
Everyone you've ever known has died or betrayed you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still here. But you're still here. So
I'm still here. Toddle keeps going.
Yeah, Toddle's tough. Toddle's tough. Life is tough, but Toddle's tougher.
I guess.
All right, we do have a critical dice giveaway. We'll talk more about critical dice at the break, but exclamation critical in the chat.
So, yeah,
most of you
100%.
homies have been here before, but exclamation critical in the chat to enter the giveaway, and we'll choose a winner after our break. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Nice.
Last we left off, we were finally aboard the ship and headed. It's not really at sea; it's over a lake, but headed out. Just not even an hour into the voyage, the team was given kind of an eerie warning by someone who, well, I guess had the ability of foresight. What are you laughing at? It's making me nervous.
We may have skipped someone in our introductions, just saying.
Did we? Did I not introduce you at all, Butters?
Oh, I think I accidentally skipped over Butters when I went to Mackenzie.
Well, we'll talk about Butters after our break. But anyway.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not important.
Butters, please introduce yourself. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Hey, what's up? Everyone calls me Butters. You can find me basically anywhere as @StickyButter. I make art when I'm not here playing Vera the Monk. I used to play Lander, the guy who betrayed everybody else.
It's cool.
That's about it.
Thank you. Everyone, this is Butters. Butters, this is everyone. I'm so sorry I skipped you.
It's all good.
Already in my head, I'm like, GW's not here. So that meant everybody else isn't here.
Yep. All good. All right. Let's go.
But basically, yeah, they got an eerie warning from someone who had the gift of foresight that's part of the crew. Kind of a shy panther kind of version of the tabaxi. And she did give the warning that something was after them and is waiting for them halfway through the journey over this lake. Otherwise, it's still, kind of late in the afternoon. What are you all up to?
Is the storm here yet?
Not yet.
So how long ago how much time has passed since we just had that very eerie conversation?
Like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she said that this was going to hit us, whatever this impending doom was, when we're halfway across the lake.
Yeah.
How close are we from the town to the halfway point now?
Couple days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It'll be a while.
I'm going to talk to Denny then.
Okay. Where's he at? He is, I'm going to say he's up here. He's sitting on one of the barrels. Kind of looks like he's taken some veggies and he's cutting them up for himself later.
Because, he loves a snack.
Yes. Always.
Well, I'm going to stroll up to him and say, Hello there, Denny. I was hoping you had a minute to answer a question for me.
Sure, mate. What can I do you for?
Well, I believe in town I overheard you saying that you know how to either craft or modify weapons.
Oh, I sure do. And he kind of flicks his thumb, and a piece of carrot kind of leaps, and he tries to catch it in his mouth, but fails, but still plays it off like nothing happened. What do you have in mind?
Well, and I draw the snake sword out and kind of hold it in front of him. I'd like to give this. I'd like to imbue it with the properties of fire. You see, this sword, it extends into multiple sections, and it acts almost like a whip sword. And I'd like, when it extends, to ignite. So, is that possible? Can you affix some kind of crystal to it? Do you even have something like that?
He kind of curls his lip into like almost a snarl, but it's just kind of just almost an eerie grin. And you can see his canines are very sharp and longer than I guess you would have thought. And he reaches out and offers to take the sword from you. Do you let him have it?
I do.
And yeah, he kind of stands up. He kicks himself off the barrel and puts the carrot away and his knife. And he sort of takes it in both hands. It's not attuned to him by any means, so it's not going to actually elongate for him. He's going to have to spend some time attuning to it so he can work with it. But he kind of, tests its weight and things. He's kind of doing a couple of really basic maneuvers with it. He holds it up to the light. Sounds fun. Is that all you need? Just fire?
I think that'll do for now, yes.
Cool. I'll give it back to you in 2 days. Sound good?
And I kind of look out towards the middle of the lake and look back at him. I certainly hope that the timing of that works out.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure this thing works in that storm. Because he didn't hear about the warning. But yeah, he takes it and he kind of nods at you, and he's actually gonna start on it right away. And he's gonna head below deck to kind of his cot and table area, his work area. And he's gonna start on it.
All right, perfect. I guess for now, at least, while he's working on that, I take my crystal longsword out, and I'm just going to go over to that open area by the railing on the far side of the ship and just kind of practice my sword techniques.
Sounds good. What are you two up to?
I'm gonna say Vera was like just out of earwalk, like just out of sight behind Averon as he had that conversation.
Yeah.
And they followed the panther down into their workshop, and Vera is going to just observe what the panther is doing without being detected.
Okay.
Or at least try to.
I think I can. Yeah. Can I?
Um,
Oops, I think I accidentally flooded everything.
I have too many tabs.
Where is it? Nope.
Oh, plus 11? Dope. So I got a 23 on a stealth check.
Oh, shit. He's actually really, really perceptive, but he's... Hold on, let me see if he'll... 23 probably can't. Yeah, he didn't beat that. Yeah, he doesn't know you're following him. But you do follow him downstairs below deck. You'll see kind of either wall is lined with cots. A couple of tabaxi are sleeping on them, including the little kitten healer type creature that you met way before who healed that rat for you guys. Looks like she's napping, and she has a little blue and purple or periwinkle blankie with like little flower patterns, and she's snoozing very loudly, kind of in a tiny kitten ball. Everyone else is kind of sprawled out, still in armor, some of them. There's one that's up and sitting against the wall and looks like he's reading. Also looks like a Leonin as well, but it's a female one. And she's just wearing a dress and she's reading a book of poetry. He kind of walks over to her, says hello, and she kind of shrugs him off. Seems very annoyed by him in general. And tries to start up conversation about the book of poetry, and she's really not having it. He gives up, kind of lays down the sword, and he's going to pull his satchel out and kind of rummage through it, and he's going to lay out a couple of stones. A lot of them are rubies. There's one stone that looks to be similar to a tiger's eye, but just a lot brighter, more yellow with streaks of orange. And he's also going to start laying out some tools. Everyone's asleep, and it looks like the Leonin is also not detecting you there. Toddle, what are you doing?
So I actually wanted to be examining my tattoo, and I wanted to ask and see if there's anyone on the ship, any of the Tabaxi, who might have more knowledge. More knowledge on this tattoo that I got, and just want to find out more. Like, I know I heard everything from the artists themselves, but he's kind of just like, I would say the pain's not like it's been a minute since the pain is like, and just be like, well, I forgot. Did I have to attune to the tattoo?
It does take time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be focusing on doing that most of this current moment, just because, yeah, be good for the fight.
Well, I'll say you approach a couple of Tabaxi to ask about it, or ask if they know anything about potion mastery or anything about tattoos in general.
Or that shop at all.
Yeah, and a lot of them, not really. There's a couple of folks who went to that shop specifically for, like, mostly tools. But a lot of them shrug. You do approach this one kind of old man. You don't know if he's a Tabaxi or not. He's just covered in beard and hair. But you see two little yellow eyes kind of peeking through, and his whiskers are super long and just jagged. He's seen and been through some shit. But he rolls up his sleeves. One of them's already torn off. There's nothing there, but he rolls up one, and it's a tattoo of, like, a really pretty naked elven woman on his arm. And he kind of doesn't really speak common to you at all. He just kind of like snickers and points and laughs and like squeezes it and like points again. But otherwise, you don't really get that much information about it.
Okay.
Except one of the Tabaxi does offer, if you wanted to use any of the tools that they did. Sorry for the dog. But if you did want to borrow any of the tools that he purchased from the shop, you could just hit him up.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll say you sit in a tune. The ship is going slowly but steadily, but it is going to start to trickle a little bit of rain. Not heavy. The storm is still a good couple miles out in front of you, but you are starting to hear it. You're starting to hear some of the thunder, see some of the lightning hit the water. It is a lot darker, and it is starting to rain a little bit. And you do start to see more crew members kind of step out and set the ship up for the storm. A lot of barrels are being rolled downstairs and tied up. The sails are being positioned a specific way. Bonfires where they were cooking food earlier are starting to be put out. It's safely secured. Meanwhile, downstairs, Denny is actually speeding. It looks like, Vera, that he's attuning to the sword rather quickly. It looks like he casted some sort of spell, something he read off of a scroll that he had in his bag. And it's only...
Did I hear what language it was that he read off the scroll, or did I understand?
You speak Elven, right? No. I don't have the character sheet, so... That's what he's speaking, basically, if you speak Elven.
I speak Common, Infernal, Leonin, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. I mean, you don't understand the language, per se.
Okay.
But, I mean, he's seems to be meditating, and has been, since you've been down here watching him. Looks like the first thing he has to do is attune to the sword. So he's doing that. It looks like he has kind of die cut a couple of the rubies. Mm-hmm. And looks like he's forming some sort of emblem or jewel to stick on base of the blade. And he has a bunch of, like, heated tools and things, and he's
Did
waiting.
I see where he took his jewel, or where he took his equipment from, especially for cutting the jewel?
It looks like he had it all on him. He does have a desk set up where he has almost like 2 small suitcases and then like a roll of blankets, and it looks like a couple of wrapped parchments that are rolled up as well. That's where the spell came from. He also does have what looks to be... You rolled a fucking 23, so like this creature isn't going to spot you either. But you do see at some point, like I'd say like 15-20 minutes since you've been watching, a tiny little... what do you call it? Oh gosh, I forgot what it's called. I'm going to look it up. But it's a tiny creature that's kind of floating around his head that seems to be following him.
Mm-hmm.
And looks to be one of his buddies. He was talking to it a little bit before it kind of went invisible again and kind of phases in and out of your vision.
What did he say? When we were talking.
Oh, something about like the brand of chips he had tasted like shit, and he's gonna try these new brand of chips and hope that they're better.
Okay.
But
So
that's
innocent stuff.
So this is the one who's always eating, right?
Yes.
The same one who I know for a fact tried to go snooping into my room?
Yup.
And now I know that he can turn invisible.
No, he can't. His little familiar creature, not familiar, it's not a familiar, it's a pet creature that's floating around him.
Interesting. Okay.
Um,
Good to know.
you hear us? But in the meantime, you do see the Leonin who was awake is starting to take a nap. 2 of the dudes who were passed the fuck out on their cots woke up to like go up to the deck to kind of prepare for the storm. Then you hear a horn blow. It is going to be the captain. He's kind of right at the front of the ship where the food used to be. And you actually... Well, he's going to be speaking common to everyone.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
What's the lighting situation downstairs?
Candlelit.
So you would say it's dim lighting.
Yeah, candlelit and gas lit.
Is there a shadow by the entrance to exit?
No.
Is there one that's close by, or at least under a cot or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch. By the door, there's not. Unless it's outside the door, I guess, but...
Oh, if there's one outside the door that I can see?
Yeah.
Then
like
I will...
Here.
I will shadow step to...
I can't get over there. I don't know how to get over there. Right here.
Just fucking...
Okay, cool.
Yep, and then I'll just brush off myself as if, like I might... Who knows where I was before I was there. And then...
Still doesn't detect you.
After that, I guess I'm gonna walk up to the top of the deck.
Mm-hmm. As you walk up, that's when the horn is set off. Captain's gonna announce to everyone. Man, I really don't feel like role-playing today, you guys, with this burly Eric voice I don't have. But he says, he announces to everyone about that they're gonna start their fishing game. And just for fun, it's gonna be a tournament. Whoever catches the biggest fish of the night for their feast gets a prize. And when he says that, he kind of has this burly laugh and he grins with like these giant, terrifying looking lion's teeth. And all the other tabaxi kind of cheer and get excited. A lot of them take off like their heavier pieces of armor and things, put down anything they're kind of heavy that they're carrying, and kind of are just like stretching and getting all agile and ready. There is one tabaxi that approaches the lot of you. One that's kind of hung around. Like, it's actually the same one that... Who talked to them? I think... No, I think Calamity spoke with him. The really nervous one that was supposed to deliver a message that kept dropping shit and, like, fucking everything up.
That Calamity gave, some confidence.
Yes. He kind of shyly approaches, I'll say, Avran and Toddle and Calamity. And Vera, you're on deck too, so I would say the same area because it's kind of right over here.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I was gonna start making my way up to where.
Okay. Yeah. He
everybody else
approaches.
was.
Are you guys gonna do the fishing tournament?
Um, I'm gonna look for just any rope that I can find, and then I'm gonna take my crossbow out and tie the rope to a bolt, and
Nice.
then I'm gonna try and shoot for some fish.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm never very good. Are you gonna try, Toddle?
I Doddle's a little distracted and is kind of like looking around like he's trying to look for someone specifically. I'm gonna sit this one out. Maybe I can make like a cool trophy or something for whoever wins.
Okay.
And he is gonna like walk away and try to look for someone specific.
Oh no! It was going to be most splendid. I can't wait to try this out. I need to get my fucking voice in order.
Well, the nervous Tabaxi kind of like shakily reaches and hands you one of his harpoons, Vera, and offers it to you.
Vera takes it, smiling.
And there's a sticker on it that has like like a
Like
little
price tag.
yeah. It's
Brand new.
it's like some weird sticker from like an old rundown city. But it looks good enough. Like I'm not going to tell you how much power it has until you fire it. But it's going to work like a bolt gun or a crossbow. Same with Avaran's that you made. Yeah, so he's going to start
I
the
can't
game.
Just throw it.
You could. I mean, it's a gun, but you can throw it. You can take the bolt out, I guess. It's up to you.
Wait. Can it fire underwater?
Yeah.
All right.
You can like go into the ocean and fire it underwater. You could fire it
All
from
right, cool.
above too. And it won't affect its speed or anything.
It's a little different. Hi, what can I say? What can I say? Yes.
So most of the Tabaxi want to participate.
Yes, what can I say? It is a pleasure to meet all of you. Oh my goodness, what can I say?
Hold on, I'm lining them up.
I must.
And now the rain is actually going to start picking up.
That is
And
not
you're going to notice there's going to be a
No.
lot of kind of
Quite what I was
stirring in the
trying to
water
say.
below you. So you
That
are
was
going to
not
see
quite
some
what I was
fish.
trying to say. I have no
And I
intention
think
of
this is
saying
why
either of you.
this is
Okay,
why
I
the
think I got
captain
it.
kind of wanted to do the game now, is because all the fish are escaping this storm. And they're all just kind of headed right towards the ship. So the Leonin, he's gonna look over the water himself. He's gonna hold his paw out, and there's gonna be another Tabaxi, really pretty, like white, all white female with like, she has armor, but it's like silver armor, but it's with really intricate kind of tribal patterns across the chest and back. And she's gonna hand him his harpoon, and this motherfucker's huge. He pulls out like 2 stands and sets it up, and he takes aim. And everyone lies in wait. So who's participating? Avran and Vera?
Okay, so after everyone else is all set up, Vera will take a bit of rope from the deck, tie it around their left foot, then tie a very secure knot to the railing. Vera will turn to everyone and go, "See you guys in a bit," and then jump backwards, carrying the crossbow into the water.
Damn.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll also have it noted, being an air genasi, I don't need to breathe.
Okay. Okay, Beerus. How's your visibility underwater?
I have dark vision. I don't know, like everyone.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So you are actually hunting underwater. You're going to see all the fish a little bit up, I guess, up close. And you are kind of in more direct fire of some of them. So for the 2 of you, I'm going to have you both roll just a flat d20 and just tell me what you get.
18.
18?
Damn. 8.
8 and an 18. Okay, let me look at my list and see what you catch. And you do have a Shy Guy hanging out near you, in case you have any questions for him. But an 8 and an 18. Hold on one second. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. Hopefully don't get to 1. So yeah, actually the 18, you catch a giant lobster. So this lobster is almost as tall as you are. He's like 4 to 5 feet tall. He's going to require a lot of strength to pull him up, but really kind of high value creature. A really, really delicious dinner too. So go ahead and roll a strength check, please.
Actually, am I allowed to just attack it?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to attack it, and if I do, I will use a key point.
Okay.
Does a Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Then let me just check this one ability, because it's been a while. Where is it? There we go. When you hit, I will spend 1 key point and use Stunning Strike. It needs to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ooh, natural 20.
It is fine, but it will take 1d6 plus 3. It'll take 8 damage.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I mean,
I will... Oh,
it's not totally unconscious, but it's pretty critical. There's 2 hit points left. It's not going to move.
okay. I was going to try and do Stunning Strike and, get it real bad. I might just punch it again.
You
Because
can.
I can assign non-lethal damage, right?
Yeah, it'll still go unconscious, I guess. It's 2 hit
Perfect.
points, so be gentle.
Does a 15 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Damn it, of course I roll max damage. That's 9.
So you crush its head.
Okay.
So it's twitching. But yeah, it is underwater though, and the creature is bleeding out underwater. Just so you
All
know.
right. Vera will work their way up the rope.
Okay. And are you gonna hand off the lobster to someone, or are you gonna keep it in the water with you?
I'm gonna hand off the lobster to someone to jump back. Oh wait, is there a rope attached to this? Do I have multiple bolts?
You have multiple bolts, and they're all attached to a rope to the gun.
I will take 1 bolt, skewer the lobster on it, and use it as a lure in the water.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh, that's smart.
Good plan, fisherman. Okay. So
Big brain over here.
So you're gonna fire the bolt again. And Avran, you rolled an 8.
Yeah, I did.
This one I will reveal to you if you successfully pull it up, because right now underwater it's really hard to see. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll a strength check.
I will. Let's see. I think I remember the stat on that.
It has to be to 12.
All right. It doesn't. It's an 8 total.
And you lose it. It breaks off of your harpoon or your bolt and swims off.
Ah, you wee bastard.
And you're gonna see other tabaxi around a lot of you firing off bolts and reeling things in. It looks like it's pretty modest sized fish so far. There is one tabaxi that caught some really fucking huge, like, what looks to be a salmon, only like a demon salmon. Because its head has like extra teeth that kind of line all the way down its back. And it's trying to kill it on the dock. But both of you roll a 20 again and tell me what you get for your next round.
Ooh, slightly better.
I'm not
at
cheating.
10.
I swear to God, but that is another 18.
18? Okay. You get another lobster. Well, actually, roll.
You catch a lobster with a lobster.
Well, you actually got. Damn, I don't know how to do this when you increase the bait. So let me do. I'll take.
Advantage.
Roll one more time, and I'll take
A whole d20?
Yeah. And what did you get, Chris?
Oh, I got a 10.
You got a 10.
I just rolled a 10 for
And
my
a 10.
second roll.
All right, I'm going to look at the list, and I'm going to pick the largest creature from that list, because it's not... Nice. Okay. Shit! All right, well, we're going to start with Chris.
Oh,
With
that's not
Averin.
a good sign. Chat, by the way, I'm probably fucked right now.
We'll
Did
see.
he just catch Moby Dick?
We'll see. Averin, with a 10, it's actually pretty cool looking creature. It looks like an eel, but it's a lot like it narrows down as it gets to its tail. So its head is like this giant jaw. There's not a lot of meat on this creature per se, but it's really, really rare for like pieces of armor and things. You can use the scales to make scale armor. Excuse me, Beerus. Even the teeth also it injects poison. So there's a lot you can harvest from this creature if you catch it successfully. But it also requires a dexterity check.
Oh, okay.
It's a quick-witted boy. Let me switch up the
God
vibe
damn,
here.
I am rolling like shit tonight. That was a 4.
A 4.
Yeah. Sorry, Toddle.
It might... I got a 3, so it still beat my creature.
Hey.
God damn it. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm setting the mood a little bit better than it was before. Okay. Yeah, but that's pretty low and pretty tied up, so go ahead and roll another dex save. Or dex check,
Okay.
I mean, against me. I rolled a lot higher this time, though. Sorry.
A 5.
Okay.
Yeah, my dice are not liking me today.
Yeah, the fish gets away. He breaks from your harpoon and swims off. However, the shy guy next to you sees it after your struggle and tries to harpoon it. And
What's his name?
what did I name him? I told you I'm the worst at this.
Let's see if I wrote it down. I did not.
Wait, you're taking notes?
Oh, yeah. How the hell am I supposed to remember anything?
Oh, his name is Saber.
Saber.
Yeah. And he might have successfully caught it. He does have to do another check.
Alright, stay calm now, Saber. You got this one.
And he kind of nods, but he's like trembling. And he's going to use another strength check. He rolled a 4.
I'm gonna help him try to pull this thing in.
Okay. So that's with advantage. And a natural 20. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta roll for the fish, though. He might get a 22. He did not. Yeah, shit. You both catch him. You pull him in with your strength and might. And this fish kind of thinks it can escape by jumping out of the water for a minute, because it does, and it does try. You see it leap out of the water, and this motherfucker's huge. It's a good 12-ish feet long.
Oh, wow.
And wings break out of his scales, and they look like dragonfly wings. And he starts to hover for a second, but right as he's in air, you both kind of look at each other, pull super hard, and one of the barbs on the bolt catches something in its neck and disables it. And it falls flat against the ship, and you reel it up, you pull it onto deck. And you successfully catch this creature.
I give Saber a high 5 and I say, well done, lad.
And so this is the barbed fish. And okay, Vera. You are underwater, so you can actually see this thing approach you. And it is a shark.
Nice.
So it has really hefty, large jaws. It's several hundred, almost 1,000 pounds in weight. It's about like 12, 13 feet long, and it's coming at you. Its eyes glaze over from almost a white to black, and it does take the lobster into its jaws, but it also is going to charge you. So it's gonna You have a few seconds to respond. It's swimming towards you. Otherwise, it's going to go for a bite.
Well, I'm gonna punch it in the face,
Nice. Okay.
as all good monks do.
I hear that's how you handle sharks.
16. 21.
Yeah, 21 hits.
1d6. I do minimal damage, so that's a 4. But I'm also going to spend another key point, and he has to make a con save.
Okay. Shit. Con save plus... Con save is 7.
Oh, they are stunned.
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, well, he's gonna go in for a bite, and then... Yeah, you hit him right underneath the nose and lift the shark's body up, and he kind of freezes in the water for a minute.
All right. I will then cast Levitate on myself, if I still can. Or did I use it?
I mean, I think you used it on Toddle
did.
as we were going to the ship.
And we have not rested since then, so I will not do that. I guess I will swim up the rope. Well, I'll tie the shark to a loose end of the rope and then attempt to swim up and climb. Also, it will only be stunned until my next turn, which would be a full round, so about 6 seconds.
Okay. You gotta hustle then. But I'd say you successfully tie it. You're starting to climb up. Yeah, do you ask for help, or are you just going up and pulling it? Because if you're going to try to pull it up, you are, after the 6 seconds is up, it's going to try to jolt out of its restraint. And it's going to require a strength check.
I will... I might require some assistance.
Send help!
And at that, I kind of look over my shoulder and rush over to help Vera.
You look over the edge of the ship, and you see Vera kind of, one arm kind of latched onto this ladder. And you see a rope, and in the water is this huge gray mass that is what looks to be a tiger shark of some kind. Mm-hmm. And it's huge. It's sort of floating, but you can see it kind of twitching, and looks like it's looking for a way to take off or a way to go. But it's huge.
I am going to... So where it is in relation to its body is Vera's harpoon in it? Or is Vera's harpoon in it? Did it eat the lobster?
It would have eaten the lobster.
So it's in its stomach, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
Where did the ship
shoot
go?
for the back end of it, its tail, because obviously that's what it would swim away with. I'm going to shoot that and then try and pull it up via my rope as well.
Okay, roll a... I would say you hit it. You're right there. Go ahead, a strength check is going to matter the most. Go ahead and roll a strength check, see if you can pick it up.
All right. There we go. 17 total.
Okay, I'm rolling really low, so I'm going to call that a success. You are starting to lift it up, but it is going to start to thrash. And it thrashes pretty freaking hard. And Vera, you are within 10 feet of it. But it doesn't hit you because I rolled an 8. God damn it. But it is thrashing, so Vera and Avran, go ahead and roll a strength check, please.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I have a +3 in strength. All right.
Ooh, that one's not as good. 8 total.
14.
8 and a 14. Its strength is right in the middle, a 10. So you all are just kind of sitting there, and this thing is kind of going off. It looks like the tabaxi are looking at your catch and realizing that it's one of the winning catches. There's a couple of competitive fish on this deck right now, but a lot of them aren't going to offer to help you, and they're still in the ocean trying to find their own catch because they want to win that prize. Your friend Saber is going to help, though. Shit, he rolls an 18.
Damn.
Strength check against shark, which is a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
So it breaks from his hold completely. And it's going to break from... Who rolled the lowest last time? It was Vera?
I did.
You did? Okay. And so it breaks from both of your holds. Vera, you're going to have the full brunt of the strength check now, so go ahead and roll it.
Quick question.
Yes.
Would you let me use shock and grasp?
You can
on
do
the
whatever you
rope?
want. It might
Or can I grab the shark?
You can grab the shark, just because the rope, I feel like, would just break.
Okay. Well, I'm going to grab the shark and use shock and grasp.
Okay. What's the damage?
Well, hold on.
Well, I roll like 3s and 20s over here.
Does a...
Dangerous.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits. Yeah.
Okay. That is 3d8. So that's
Shit.
4, 7. That's 11 damage.
We're gonna double that, because it is thunder.
And it's in the water, yeah.
Yeah. Shit, okay. Its strength. So now all of its strength checks are gonna be halved, or I'm gonna roll with disadvantage for strength checks. He is still fucking thrashing though. So still do that strength check. I'm gonna roll with disadvantage though.
Alright, 17.
Yeah, that beat mine. So you do manage to pull it up over the deck. The shark is still alive, but you're able to, if you want to let it go, you can, or you can hold it down. But it is thrashing on deck a little bit. Anyone near its mouth, it's going to try to bite. Do I have a thing for this? But a lot of the tabaxi, they're going to jump the fuck out of the way while this thing is thrashing about. And the captain is going to, like, just kind of cheer for you all and grin, yes, when he sees this fucking shark on his deck. Does anyone want to make do either of you want to make one last aim at the water for a creature before we end the game?
Oh, I ain't catching anything bigger than this. If anything, what I'm doing is dropping my crossbow and then drawing my sword back out so that I can just plunge it into the shark to help Vera get his kill. Or their kill.
Okay. Roll to hit, I guess.
Alright.
It's probably going to.
And so let's see, I get a +8 on that.
It's out of water, so roll with advantage too.
Oh, I mean, alright, fine, I will. I mean, the first roll is better. It's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, and so that gets... Hold on. Alright, so that's 1d8. Actually, 2d8 plus 6. One of the d8s is lightning damage. Or radiant damage, sorry. So that is 4 radiant damage and 10 regular damage.
Okay. Ooh, he's kind of fucked. Very bloodied. And he's not going to thrash anymore. But he's going to sit there, breathing really quickly.
Alright, now that the shark is disciplined, Vera's gonna throw off the outer part of their robes and just kind of like yeah.
Giant shark with a belly full of delicious lobster.
Yeah.
A couple of the tabaxi are gonna kind of... There's 2 of them in particular. Looks like they're buds. Every time you see the crew together, they're always kind of together. And they kind of scoff at you all and, like, leave with their catches. They're still, like, sizable, like 3 feet long fish, you know, but nothing like a goddamn shark. Butter's master of shark discipline. So, yeah, I guess...
It's, I know shark style kung fu.
Shark style? Yeah, I mean... Lucas Farron is gonna kind of blow the horn again and call off the game. And kind of cheer for everybody, kind of clap his giant paws and walk around the deck and looking at all the catches. A couple of tabaxi are stroning theirs up. There's one that looks like it caught kind of a giant octopus of some kind. Oh, shit.
There's one thing you take away from this video. It's that I know shark style kung fu.
How to grow your YouTube channel in 2023. I was just curious. Where did my battle music go? There it is. Guess we don't really need battle music anymore, but whatever. Ooh, can I play storm sounds? Maybe. Anyway. Yep, so he's gonna walk the deck. Shut up, Contagion. And he's gonna watch everything. It looks like there's kind of 4 competitors here. Actually, Everand's girlfriend caught a giant. It's a fish, but it looks like one of those super ancient, like almost dragon armored fish. But it looks really heavy, and the winner of this is the fish with the most weight. And so he is going around, kind of scouting everything out, including the shark. And he is going to make a judgment call. Let me just... I didn't actually roll for the octopus guy. Okay. Okay, and then, Vera, can you roll a D100 for me, please?
That's not... There we go.
Mm-mm-mm.
20.
20, okay. Why did I make this so much more complicated than it has to be for myself?
Because math is fun.
I fucking hate math. That's why I work in design. I don't do anything. Okay.
But you have to do a button. No.
Okay. Well, shit. It looks like Vera. It's pretty close, but Vera ends up winning the match.
Oh yeah.
Captain kind of like takes your hand and raises in the air and like cheers for you, and the rest of the crewmates cheer for you as well. A couple of them being disappointed, but most of them, you know, clap. It looks like Denny did emerge from downstairs just to watch, like, see who won, and he's super excited, and he comes and he goes for a high five. But yeah, that's it, and everyone is kind of taking a second to sort of clean the deck off and then harvest some of these fish. And looks like the storm is going to hit soon. So it is darker. It looks like the rain is pretty intense as well.
I walk up to Saber and I give him, you know, like the predator handshake, like, you know, lock arms. And I say, a fine catch, lad. You did well. If you don't mind, my friend Tottle over here can probably make something of this, of its hide. And then we can split the resources. That sound good?
And he kind of he shrugs and his like shoulders kind of go up and, I'm just here for some food. You can have, just some food is good.
Ah, you're being too modest. I'll make sure that Tottle makes something nice for you. What could you use? Could you use some armor or maybe some bracers?
As you were saying that to him, he has like nothing. Like he has like maybe a leather chest plate, but like everything else is like he doesn't have much. It looks like he kind of looks for it through his pockets. He does pull out like a small dagger and he hands it. Anything you can do with this? And it's a normal dagger.
And I kind of like flip it in my hand just to get the heft of it. And I say, well, I don't know what Tottle will be able to do with this, but I feel like Denny could probably help you with that.
Oh yeah, I guess Denny would, huh? He seems a lot for me. But I'll ask him. I'll ask him. And he kind of takes the dagger and he's like now super anxious and conflicted because now he has to talk to someone else and he's nervous around. So he's just, and meanwhile Denny's like almost back to back with him, and he like looks over his shoulder, and Denny's just still like looking at all the fish, and he's just too shy to say anything. But yeah, they start to break down this shark. They do, mercy kill it. And they open up its stomach and kind of start to clean the shark out. And you do... Actually, Vera, roll a d20, please. And tell me what you get. You have to roll really high. It has to be over a 20.
Well, I can't roll a d20 and get over a 20 unless I have a modifier. But I did just roll an 18.
You're rolling 18. You can use... That's true. You have to roll... Okay, I would say a natural 20 then. But never mind. Nothing happens. It's just the lobster that comes out. So you'll also get that lobster included because it did swallow it whole. So they are cooking that fresh lobster, and they are going to feast on the shark meat. Anyone else want to do anything while this is going on?
So all during that fishing tournament arc, that was very funny to witness. Toddle was actually going to try to hunt down the he's trying to hunt down basically anyone that's trying to prepare for the storm, because he's not really sure what this is his first time on a boat. So he was actually going to try to actually do like find anyone that was not participating in this fishing thing to basically find out what needs to be constructed. And I don't know if I can roll. Let me see. I'm like thinking of like what can I construct to help like stability, because he's like, I don't know, I've never been on a ship before, I don't know what I'm gonna need. So
there's a couple of crew members that didn't participate and are specifically working on how to navigate the storm.
yeah,
They are below deck, kind of at a giant table with the map in front of them.
yeah,
It looks like the really pretty white, like almost Persian-looking cat, Tabaxi, was down there the majority of the time. She's the one that kind of helps navigate for the captain. Kind of keeps to herself, but she is kind of trying to discuss how to navigate this storm.
yeah. Toddle's gonna kind of walk in, and he's gonna pull out kind of like some of his own maps and lay them out. Like, these are just like of hell, of the fort, like, be like, I'm a part-time cartographer. If you guys need some assistance with navigating us as quickly and fastly out of the storm as possible.
And she kind of looks at the maps. She's like, I don't know what hell's gonna do with any of this, but... And she's thinking, I think the only way is through it as fast as possible. There's one point where we might want to stop by one of these islands here. And she points at the map, and you do notice kind of a small chain of islands. And what flashes before your mind is that vision, because she did state that there's something kind of in the center of the journey waiting for them. And there's really no land between where you left and where the mountain ridge is. So this chain of islands is actually pretty new, and it's right smack dab in the middle of the lake.
Okay.
But she says, like, if we were to take shelter there for one day just to ride out until the eye of the storm, then we can make it through the rest without too much damage to the ship. But
I'm thinking, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
But she's concerned because if the ship were to get damaged, there's only one, like, escape ship. Or, like, small, what do you call those? Small ships.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's like, if the ship sinks, we're fucked, basically. So she's concerned about that.
Yeah, no, Toddle's gonna, like, also state, yeah, that's, like, my kind of concern as well, is, like, in order for us to get to the destination we need this ship to survive, so I'm willing to either, do any sort of planning in terms of, like, planning out the best course of action. If I need to reinforce anything, if I need to provide like better cannons, like and make napalm or something so we can shoot something, I don't know. Like, do we need to have flare guns? Like, what do we need in order to, get us like safely across this storm? If we're gonna have to go to one of these chain of islands, that's probably the better idea than having us get shipwrecked, because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to. At least me, this being my first time on a ship, I don't know if I can personally handle that. Not that I can't trust Vera or any of my other teammates to help it, but
And
I don't know about I can't control weather or anything, and then there's like thunder in the distance.
yeah, and she kind of sighs. As far as reinforcing the ship, my team has done enough, and our crew members, we've utilized all the resources we could find from the island before us. So I don't know what more we can do besides wait out the storm. I think navigation is key. I think resting at these islands is key. The hardest part is the 2 hours it takes to get right before we get to those islands. That's going to be the roughest part of the storm. Other than that, all we can do is our best.
Have you ever been a part of a storm before? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Shirley's.
Shirley's. Have you ever been a part of a storm at all?
A few times.
Okay.
With our own ship, which no longer exists.
Yeah, no, that's we really don't have that as an option, unfortunately. Toddle's gonna like begin pacing and trying to like come up with a plan, because he's never been on a boat and he's never really been in any type of weather like this before. We've been in a forest, a mucky forest where there was no vision. We've been in hell, but withstanding the weather and what I know about like Toddle's ability for like controlling thunder, that's about the only thing that is on
there
his
is
mind right now.
there is one tabaxi, kind of a short and stout dude, huge, and he kind of like gruffs and like scratches underneath his beard, and he says, "Well." He and you can tell he's a fisherman just by looking at him and smelling him too. Our best resource is this ocean. There's a couple of almost dragon-like fish in this ocean. I know that we're going to go through some of their territory. If we can catch one of them, it'll give us enough scale to armor the ship for that storm. Are you a good fisherman? And points at you, Toddle.
Sure, I can catch a fish, just like be shawing it off, but in reality, has only read about it.
If I can find it, but if you can catch it,
I can kill it. I can poison it.
that works.
I definitely couldn't cook it, but yeah, I can. Yeah, we can. If that'll be what we need in order to protect this ship, that's what I'm willing to do.
And he kind of searches through his bag, and he pulls out a book, and he flips through all the pages. And it takes him a second to thumb through it all, but he finds a page, and he rips it out, and he hands it to you. And it has the diagram of this creature. What's it called? Oh, my God.
Creature Exhibit A.
Oh, my gosh. What's it called?
A dragon. You said dragonfish or something.
Yeah.
Dragonfish. With scales.
Yeah, it's called... Oh, my God. Why did I do this to you all?
She's gonna kill us. She's gonna kill us.
It's my homebrewed version, but I literally looked up like what I homebrewed from. I'm like, oh, it's called the primeval fish.
Okay.
It's a giant fish with like really harsh armor, but it is the size of a whale.
Oh
and
my.
You're gonna see it sketched out, and it looks like it has like plates of armor down its back. Okay. It's gonna point at kind of right underneath its like fin, all of its fins. There's 6 of them, and he's gonna point at all of them, and he's gonna circle it with his claw on the parchment. This is all of its weak spots. Right here in the underbelly is where you want to stab it or gut it. Catch one of those bad boys, and we'll be fine through that storm.
Okay. Runs upstairs and is gonna catch the butt end of this fishing tournament, and is gonna run either whoever is first, Vera or Avaran, and let them know about.
I feel like you're gonna run headfirst into the shark, taking up half the fucking deck. But
Oh,
Well,
the
Although
shark.
I am looking for you, so who
Yeah.
knows?
well, now that Vera has shark fishing experience.
Right. No. Okay. Well, that's a shark. What? Who caught that? I'm gonna turn to the nearest tabaxi and be like, who caught this?
And you're gonna see the two kind of pissed off dudes who are buds with their like 3 feet long bass. They're just gonna point at Vera.
and then Vera's kind of like leaning on one leg, like hip cocked, casually just looking out over the ocean, like hair blowing in the wind.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna walk up to Vera with the little sketch, and it's gonna look like a little dee 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 dee. So now that you have the proper fishing experience, can you help me? And I'm gonna hold out the paper and basically tell Vera everything I just learned from the undership, and then I'm also gonna wrangle Avaran and Calamity as well, and bring them into this
All right,
conversation.
and at that we are gonna take our break, our first break,
E.
and we'll be back in 10 minutes. We are gonna go through announcements as soon as we get back, but exclamation critical in the chat to enter our giveaway.
Yeah, don't forget, exclamation point critical.
Do not forget.
We
The
are
only way
literally
you can
trying to
win.
give you guys free shit.
Yes, free shit. And yeah, stick around and see what the hunting plan is for this giant shark creature. Yeah, bye. We'll see you in a bit. Hello. Hello, we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone had a nice break and got a glass of wine or tea or whatever you have at this time of day. I have a couple of people who've entered the giveaway so far. I've got Agent Fox, Contagionix, Tig, and Slothman. Anyone else who I didn't call out wants to enter the giveaway for a free set of dice, it's exclamation critical in the chat, and I'll go ahead and add you. We're going to announce the giveaway winner at the end of announcements today, but let's go ahead. Oh, Butthole and Existential Nerd. Okay. Go ahead and let's run through the announcements real quick.
And quick question: did you already say anything about the secret thing you said that you were gonna?
No, I'm going to save that for next week, actually.
Next week, okay.
Secrets.
All right,
Yeah.
make sure. All right, Griffin Co. Thank you, Griffin Co. for being our longest time sponsor. We love you. They do amazing things. Check them out at griffinco.com. They do 3D prints. They do engravings. They do plushies. They do the whole thing. Check them out at griffinco.com. And at the end of your purchase, enter promo code FABLED42 to get 22% off your purchase. That's FABLED 42 for 22% off. Thank you, Griffin Co.
And after you do that, you should check out our friends at Underground Oracle. They make 5th edition resources for both sides of the screen, so DMs and players alike. They just launched their Cypher system, Harrow the Blighted Plane. They've got some cool content. They have Cypher shorts, which are one-shot adventures. Probably my favorite of which is this one I've got here on my phone. It's Ballroom Blitz. I just like the name because it makes me think of the song. And the premise is the characters have been invited to the kingdom's annual Heroes Ball. When uninvited guests decide to crash the party, can they protect the other attendees and make the evening a true night to remember? So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I am hooked on that. Yeah, I'd love to play that, find out more. You can check them out at undergroundoracle.com or at Drive-Thru RPG. And Butters, you are next.
Fucking muted. Hey, now that you guys can actually fucking hear me, be sure to check out our friends at Nine Realms Gaming. They make all their products out of natural woods for, some of the best gaming accessories. When you're there and you find all those dope accessories you need, don't forget to use our code FABLE42 at checkout. That's FABLED42 at checkout, and you'll find it all at ninerealmsgaming.com.
My turn. So, thecriticaldice.com. So, you want different dice every month because everyone does? Well, guess what? Thecriticaldice.com has subscription dice service, which you should take advantage of. It is very inexpensive, and it is worth it to be able to have all the different dices every other month, and all the different materials. Brain did not know how to say materials. They had metal dice, they have some resin liquidy dice, they have all these different types of dice that you guys should check out, and all the different colors and all these different things inside of it. And that's just one of the offerings that the Critical Dice has. So if you're looking to get some dope dice and more, head over to thecriticaldice.com. We also have a 20% off discount with Fabled 42. We also are going to give some of those dice, those exact dice that you could look up literally right now. You are on a computer or phone, tablet. You could look it up right now and potentially win a set of those dice. So what are you doing? Go ahead and do exclamation critical so that at the end of all these announcements, you can have a potential chance to win said dice. And you know, if you're not doing that, then the other thing you should be doing is going on our YouTube and hitting that subscribe button. So that way, you could get notifications every single time Fable 42 does a one-shot, every time we do a stream of just our 2 normal shows, anytime there's a new show coming on, everything is archived from Fable 42 live streams on Twitch over to YouTube. So you should go and do that when you're not doing Critical Dice shopping and Griffin Co. shopping and Nine Rolls Gaming shopping and everything you need to shop for that is relevant to D&D. And go ahead.
Yeah, like basically if you're like, oh, who the fuck is Lander, you get to go see our old shit.
That's true. Yeah, if you want to know everyone who has died, because our campaign has had a lot of dead people come and go.
R.I.P. Fancy.
R.I.P. Fancy, the real ones. R.I.P. Terrence. R.I.P. Dutch. Yeah, the real ones, and even all the NPCs. The beautiful witch. God knows what happened to some of those characters. The little girl from the first episode.
Oh god, she got wrecked.
I'm just assuming everyone in the village is dead now. I think the innkeeper we met, who had the stitched mouth, is dead. Like,
yeah,
he is still alive.
So you claim.
The tavern is still there.
You're like,
Drax.
It's still there, so I can take it away later.
Go for a visit.
Our crow/raven friend.
Drac.
Drac, yeah.
Drax not dead.
Okay.
Drac is just sad and alone.
Our elf friend that I am friends with. The goblin folks.
Oh, Aaron, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron.
All
yeah,
on our YouTube.
Not only that, but also, all the people from hell too. Because we went to hell. Did you know? Before we were on a boat and things were funny and we were catching fish, we were in hell, battling for our lives. Just a little fun.
That was an arc.
It was a whole arc. Anyway, go ahead. Have something.
We never got to play Hell Quidditch. I'm so sad about it.
It'll come back. It'll come back. We'll find a raring field of tieflings, and they'll be shooting the hoops or something. I don't know.
Anyway, homies, we are going to announce the dice giveaway winner. I'm going to give you all a couple minutes to enter exclamation critical into the chat to enter this giveaway. So far I have Agent Fox, Contagion, Tig, Slothman, Butthole Baron, Existential Nerd, and Bacchus.
How many is that? I'm getting my...
You better be in there, Butters.
7.
You were bitching about not winning last time.
Okay.
Oh, I never am. That's why I never win.
If I win, I give it to Butters. Oh, guess what? I already won.
All right, I have a D8 ready to roll. If anyone... This is your last chance. Anyone who wants to get in. 5, 4, 3... 2.
Hold on.
1.
Oh, Butters entered.
Number 4.
Butters is 8.
Who's number 4 on your list?
Number 4 is Mr. Slothman.
Hey, there's
He's a
Yeah,
smart man.
buddy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-bum.
Is that a hot dog emoji? I love you. Okay,
is.
you win. Go ahead and message me on the Fable 42 Discord, and I might already have your info, or I don't know, maybe not, but let me know, and we'll get some dice to you. I'm actually giving away, like, literally a bucket of dice. I don't know if anyone's interested in just having that. I'll send
And
it to
do
you.
you
It's
wanna,
their goal.
since we're on the subject, do you want to tease people for your giveaway next week?
Yes, the giveaway item is a piece of roleplay character art done by yours truly.
Ooh.
Eh,
I want to win that.
full color as well.
Ooh.
I am drawing. I drew the whole cast. I do have to actually color it, and I didn't finish it yet, which is why I'm not announcing it, because I have nothing to show you. But it'll be done soon, and I'll show you what the art looks like.
Well,
And
they can go to your IG page and check out your style. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Like, my
Where's
art's
that
on
at?
there.
Where's that at?
Dusty Wings Illustration. It is my artwork reel. There's a lot of shit on there, but you'll get an idea of what it might look like. I have an old piece of Denahi I could probably post.
Yes, I want to tell more Denahi and Ho.
Speaking of some other kind of like behind the scenes kind of stuff, on our Patreon we have some new behind the scenes uploads. So we have from Heroes of Salon, we have Envy's character sheet and full art up there, and we just put up Toddle's character sheet, I think like last week, I think. So check it out for all the things that you don't see on the streams.
Yes, do it. Yeah, but that is what it is next week. You can win that. And their turnaround time for your character art is 2 weeks.
Nice. I have all my dice set and I'm ready.
Okay, where were we? Oh, yes. Toddle has appeared on deck. And Toddle, you are going to notice that people are just trying to kind of treat all of these fish really quickly before the rain starts to get a lot heavier. There are kind of like makeshift cabanas and umbrellas and just tarps set up. So where they're processing a lot of the smaller fish, at least, they are protected by the rain. But you did find out that Vera was the one who caught the winning fish of the evening. But as you're approaching and as you're kind of handing over the sketch to them, Lucas actually walks over. And he just straight up hands something that looks like it's wrapped in like canvas or something like that and tied up, and offers it to you, Vera, as the winning prize. And
Vera will gingerly take it.
And it feels pretty heavy in your hand. And it is going to be, let me send you the thingy. It is going to be a type of dagger, but it's going to be a special type of dagger. I might, instead of sending it to you, just tell you what it's called. But anyway, while you're kind of inspecting the dagger, Toddle, what do you say to the team with the sketch?
Hi, team. So, yeah. Basically, I went downstairs while you guys were playing fishing game, and I actually talked about how to save the ship. And he's being really passive aggressive about this. But lays the sketch down and says, "We gotta hunt this thing in these spots. That guy is gonna help us," and I'm gonna point to the guy who was kind of teaching me all about this, and saying he's gonna help harpoon it down. You guys, we need to hunt this. In order to protect this ship, because one thing we can't afford is losing this ship. And we have a storm coming, so... And I don't think I have enough magic to hold us all in. And he's just gonna shrug his hands up in the air and just be like... how's that sound?
That sounds horrible. Seeing as we just... nearly died catching this shark, and that is vastly larger. That was easily the worst news you could have given us. Thank you, Total.
Oh, and the winning item, I'm just going to tell you what so you can look it up. It's the Dagger of Blind Sight.
Ooh,
So you get
how redundant.
so you get blind sight up to 30 feet. I know.
Do I have to be wielding the dagger?
It has to be on your person. I don't think you have to be like holding it. I think you just have it on you. I don't know. Read the thing. Such a good DM.
Read the thing.
So it has a sawtooth edge and a black pearl nested in its pommel. And it does give me, as soon as I'm attuned to it, it gives me blind sight within 30 feet.
Yep.
Neato.
Yep.
Is there a curse of the Black Pearl?
Oh, where's the rum gone?
Jesus.
One thing though,
I
Total.
need to check to see if I have slots.
So, Total, on a more positive note, Saber over here and we caught this really cool-looking eel-like creature, and we thought maybe you could use it, to extract resources from it and maybe make some kind of armor.
As you were saying that, mid-sentence pulled it and is like observing it with like some big glasses, just like on his face, looking at it with like these big eyes, trying to be like, oh yeah, I can do something with this.
You can do a lot of shit with it. It has a really strong jaw that's huge. So those bones themselves can make pretty good just staff weapons in general. There's a shitload, like hundreds. There's 3 rows of really sharp teeth as well behind the jaw. There's venom sacs as well. It looks like the eyes have some sort of magic quality to them. The scales are really tough, like everything. And the meat, not a lot of meat, but the meat's pretty tasty.
I think I'm gonna make a wand. Hey, do you guys? I'm gonna look to the kids. Saber, you said, you like magic. You came from Magic Town, so I assume you like magic. I'm gonna make a wand, and is gonna just like ignore what was being done. Like I laid out what we had to do, and he's just gonna go work on making this wand for this character.
And yeah, he's kind of shy and like scratches the back of his head, and he's like, I mean, I dabble, Thank you.
Well, you're getting a wand. Because that's what I'm making.
Bone wand.
Bone wand. It's like bone crazy, like... I don't know, but it's gonna help. I'm sure it'll help during the fight. Mm-hmm.
It's the bone rod.
The bone. We're in the bone zone.
Oh God.
He'll be waving his bone around.
I am right in the gutter.
You just gotta swish and flick the bone.
I would like to get off Mr. Bone's wild ride.
Oh my God.
And many more phallic puns.
Well, that's the name of our name of the stream.
Title.
Oh yeah.
Get off.
The bone rod. Anyway.
Anyway. So that's what Toddle's doing. You guys have been informed, and Toddle's gonna go work on this wand.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
And before Tuttle is all the way away, I'm gonna catch up and ask Tuttle. I'd like to give something nice to my female friend, Liara. Could you make some kind of I don't know, armor out of the scales or some kind of glove out of the hide of the eel?
Before, all you had to say was making some.
Sorry. I'm sorry if that ruined the mood. That image.
That was jump scare.
Sorry.
It's a horror show.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
like jump scare. I was not expecting that. I was just like, oh my God.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry. I love you. I'm sorry.
So you said something nice for my lady friend. Toddle's still gonna be focused on this eel and staring at it. But he's like,
It's 12 feet long, by the
I
way.
got it. Oh, so it's more like clumple and clumple. So it's like, okay, so he's gonna be like, okay, that's flippily floppily. Okay, I got some diamond dust and some jewels. I can make something really nice if you'd like a nice tiara or something. Would that work?
Well, she's really more of a warrior. I figured some sort of armor or weapon.
What about
I mean,
some really nice,
dealer's
like,
choice.
I was gonna say some really nice, like, earrings or something. Some really ornate looking earrings that, I don't know, that Tabaxi have big cat ears, so I don't know.
Sure. If
You
anything,
gotta trust me here. If there's something I know with hanging out with Lander, it's that women love jewels.
all
Yeah.
right. Well, I will trust you, and I know you'll make something wonderful.
Still admiring this like wee sloth, like, or not sloth.
You caught a sloth through the
brain.
ocean.
Yeah, no, don't know where my brain's at, but
One of them
eel.
lake sloths.
Yeah, you enjoy your sloth in the sea.
There was, if you rolled a 5, you would have caught a blobfish, and I was like low key, like hoping someone would catch one, but
That'll be me. I'll catch the blobfish. And I'll make a keychain out of him. Anyway, so as he's walking away, still observing the eel, he gives him the thumbs up, and I can take care of it. And
So
to the cave I go.
Toddle's in the workman's cave.
To the cave.
For
To the mines. No coming out of the mines.
For clarification, Tuttle told the team that he's going to be making something to protect the ship from an even bigger fish than what Vera caught.
Toddle just relayed the message. So, and I think you missed a lot of that, but it looks like there is a co-captain of the ship that kind of was sort of keeping to herself. She was she's the most concerned about making sure all the crew members survive. Whereas like Lucas seems to be the brawn and the smile and the announcer. She's the brains behind the operation and is actually his wife. She was looking at a map in one of the workrooms with some of the team and was trying to figure out how to get this ship through the storm. They did discover a chain of islands that's kind of smack dab in the middle of the lake, which not only aligns with that kind of eerie vision that you were given at last game, but is the only way to kind of make sure the ship isn't destroyed before they get to the other side. So they need to rest there for one day. But the few hours it takes before getting to those chain of islands is going to be the hardest.
Okay.
There's one crewmate suggestion. He said there is a territory they're going to go over that has like a group of fish, like really heavily armored, kind of huge, like whale-sized armored fish.
Yeah.
And if we were to catch even one of those, you will have enough materials to, to kind of armor the ship and make extra dinghies and things like that.
So we're headed to that territory right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to get there in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Toddle was handed a parchment from one of it's a diagram of the fish, like the anatomy of the fish and some info from the fisherman's book.
And what time of, I know like, it's like kind of, storm clouds and it's kind of dark just from the storm clouds, but roughly what time of day is it?
It's getting darker now. I say it's around like 8 o'clock, I would say.
8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Good to know. Well, being fully caught up now, I want to say Calamity just in himself. I think Calamity is slightly kind of seasick, even though we're on like a river, but it's a huge river. But I feel like he's just like kind of like. Ugh. So most of the information that he's been getting, he's been like processing very, very, very slowly. But after everything settles, I hear that Tyler's gonna be making Averon something and scuttles off to his workman's area. Not sure what Vera is doing. It sounds like Vera is looking very stoic after catching that big fish. I'm going to kind of make my way to Averon. I'm just gonna kind of like waddle over there. I'm still, if memory serves, I'm still strapped down to a random pile of rope. Calamity just knows that he's supposed to tie himself down or whatever. Doesn't know where the rope leads, but it's just a pile of rope, and it's just gonna kind of waddle over to Averon. Averon?
Ah, yes, Calamity. Where were you during the whole fishing thing? I didn't see you around.
Oh, I was throwing up.
I see. I'm gonna look around, see if there's a bucket nearby.
There's a few, but they are mostly filled with fish guts at the moment.
I pick one up, kind of toss it over the side, and hand it to him.
Uh,
If you need to throw up again, there you go.
uh, thanks. I think what happened is it's kind of the rocking of the boat was kind of messing with my stomach, I think, and I think I was a little bit seasick, but I think I'm getting better. I swallowed it. I swallowed it that time. Um,
Oh lord.
Everett, I was wondering, you know what you told me too long ago about how you were kind of trying to figure out your powers too, because you're kind of new to them.
Ah, yes, I do remember that.
I was wondering, since I guess trying to figure out that, and you're trying to figure out that maybe we could figure it out together. Like maybe we could do like some magic practice while we're waiting to maybe die by a giant whale.
Well, no time like the present, and if we're on our way to fight a giant whale, better to practice now.
Okay, okay. I get what's a good place to go that's like less busy. I guess over there looks kind of fine.
We'll just go to that area over there where there's not too many people standing. Don't want to do things with magic below deck. Don't want to sink the ship.
Right. And I'm gonna just kind of pick up the rope around me and just kind of like waddle my way over there, like kind of like behind Avaran. And I'm gonna kind of get myself like ready. Like you see me kind of, like doing weird stretches, like kind of like how a cat stretches, like like back comes up here and whatever, like, and he's like kind of doing weird things with his ears, kind of like stretching them in like kind of weird angles or whatever. He's just kind of like limbering up as like a little you would expect a bunny to do.
Hmm.
Um, okay, and he just stares at you like
Did
waiting for you to do something.
did you want to go first?
Oh, oh,
Mira, stop it.
okay. Well, I can try. I can try. I can try. Okay. Okay. What should I do?
What can you do?
Okay.
As you're
Well,
as you're standing there, you do notice the rat that you all rescued days ago is sitting kind of looking over the ocean on the opposite side of you. It looks like he's writing in a journal. But he looks over and he overhears you're about to practice some abilities, and he turns to face you and kind of watches, but is still writing in his journal.
well, there was one time where someone was they were like attacking Toddle or something, and I don't know where it came from, but I jumped on their back and I was like, saying no, I was like saying stop, don't do that. And I was hitting. I don't think the hitting was doing anything, but they caught on fire and died. So maybe I can try that
You want
without.
to set me on fire?
No, no, I don't. No, 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 no. I don't. Okay, okay. No. Oh yeah. Right. No, 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 no. Okay. Something else.
As he is like protesting to that, I cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So I know I'm familiar with one thing that I can do that has not done instant death.
All right.
Okay. Okay. And Calamity, his fur is gonna just twinkle a bit, a little twinkle, and let's see, he is going to do this one.
And his ears, like his long ears, shoot up and start to like vibrate, and you hear this very kind of unsettling hum, and this kind of ominous sound kind of rings out from me. I need you to make a, what is this? It is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, all right.
What's the range?
Fuck.
The range of this, 60 feet,
And it's one target?
as far as you know.
I'm asking if you're accidentally hitting a bunch of people within a 60-foot, like, sphere.
You don't
cone.
know. I can't answer it because Calamity can't answer it. What'd you get, Avaran?
I got a 7.
You got a 7?
A
Okay.
total of 7.
All right, a total of 7. As you hear like this like unsettling hum, it gets worse and worse, and you suddenly feel something right beside you, almost like something is breathing on the back of your neck. So it's gonna be this and this. You have disadvantage on all strength checks.
Okay.
And you take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Damn.
And he opens one eye and like kind of like looks at you.
Oh,
How's that?
I felt that one.
I don't know what it does. I don't know.
hurts.
I hear it. Oh, it hurts. What did it feel like?
Come on, Beers.
I felt like there was this being or something, and it's almost like it was. I can't even begin to describe it, but
Weird.
you got me for sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's your turn.
Let's see. So I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh please, that was a tap. You have 100 HP.
And I had 90 actually. I'm at 70. And
Oh,
we're
it-
practicing spells.
Oh, okay.
And so I get 6 back.
I can't wait for the Kraken to attack us, like, right now.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine. Never mind.
Uh-huh.
Trying to see what else I have.
I love this.
I'm going to cast Bane on you.
Very
Okay,
nice.
what is-
So you have to make a Charisma saving throw. It's a 15 DC.
Charisma saving throw. All right. And what does it look like when you do this?
Ooh, good question. So I guess I clasp my hands together and I pull them apart, and it sends kind of a purplish wave towards you,
Ooh.
and we'll see if it has any effect.
24 charisma saving throw.
It has no effect whatsoever.
What does it feel like though? Like what do
Nothing.
what do I
Didn't do
fight
anything.
off? Okay. Oh, okay.
Like the save was 15, you rolled 24. It's like dust, like you brush off of your shoulder.
Well, as that happens, and like kind of like the dust that's been cluttered in my fur kind of flies off of me, and like my like kind of ears fly back from like this purple wave. I'm just gonna be like,
Whoa. What was that?
Apparently not powerful enough.
It looked really cool.
I'll have to work on that one.
We'll try something else.
All right. And for fun, I cast Hold Person on him.
ooh. What's the save?
Let's see. On that one, where'd it go? That's going to be a wisdom 15.
So total of 12. Wisdom save.
And so you're just frozen. I've got you.
Ugh! Um, yeah.
As
really good.
as as Calamity, as you're being held, you're gonna smell what smells like just really delicious gumbo. Is what it smells like. Full of different spices, rich with vegetables and fresh lobster and fish, and
And shark fin.
some shark fin in there, and
shark fin gumbo.
and the sides are gonna be like just fresh bread as well. And you're gonna see Denny come over, kind of whistling to himself, hands and is trying to hand a plate of food to you, and realizes you're being held, and kind of eyes Avaran, and eyes you again. Well, and he kind of pulls a barrel, like he walks over, grabs a barrel as you're frozen there, drags it over loudly across the deck, puts the plate of food on top of it, and walks over and hands you some food too, Avaran.
Thank you, Denny.
Have fun, y'all! And he kind of laughs, and then he's holding it like a waiter. He still has a couple plates on his arms, and he walks over to the rat guy with no name yet, and hands him a plate of food too, and then kind of walks off. Anyway, continue.
Well, Calamity is being held, and that is, I mean, I guess I save at the end of my turn because okay. So so after being held for a minute, this is really good.
And I let
Nope,
it
I'm still
go.
held.
I let him go, and then all of a sudden, from behind Calamity, so as I let him go, I disappear, and then from behind Calamity, he hears me say, "It was, wasn't it?" Because I cast
explode.
Mystic Step.
I explode out of fright. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. All right. Let's see what I add.
You
for
surprised me. That wasn't a pretty good.
that. Ooh, it's actually a pretty good modifier. So I needed it too. So it's a total of 11.
11 is a fail.
Damn.
So, as I explode by accident, there's this thunderous, and you are blasted away from me. What's the number on that? You are blasted 10 feet away from me. Hopefully
Okay.
not over the ship. And you take 1, 2, 3 of these. Oh, and this one too.
A lot of dice.
Okay, so before I tell you the number, you're taking both thunder and necrotic damage. Do you want
Okay.
them separately, or
I don't know. Like,
I don't know
I
if
don't-
you have resistance against anything. I don't know.
no, not to either of those.
All right, you take 21 points of necrotic thunder damage.
Oh my.
You are blown away 10 feet. And since that was an actual spell, Butters, could you please roll a D100 for me?
I can indeed. 88.
Where is Vera, by the way? Real quick.
If Vera was handed food, they went to go eat it in their room and lock the door behind them. Also, I'm attempting to attune with the dagger. Let me know when and if that happens.
Okay.
And
And GW, sorry, to cut you off. Quick question.
yes.
So I had gotten, I think, 11. Would 14 have succeeded? Because I realized I also get +3 on saves.
Oh, that's good to know.
Where's the damn food?
No,
What
you
the
would have
fuck?
failed either way.
Oh, okay, fine.
And this is actually gonna land on you, so you're gonna do the funsies here. A random person within 60 feet of me, some rando, begins to fly into the sky. Who was that?
60 feet in front of you?
60 feet around me, like a 60 feet like radius.
Is it gonna go the closest? Or can I just pick a random person?
That's up to you, DM. You have total power.
Well, there is a dude here eating food, and it's a tabaxi. So I'll say he's floating, or he's thrown in the
Alright.
air.
But he begins to rise up and he goes 30 feet into the sky.
Oh gosh.
And what you what you see, Avaran, is like after that explosion, you get blasted back and you hit whatever. You look and you see like those sparks, and it's almost like they start to bounce around him to like look for some random target, and it hits some random tabaxi. And there's a swirl of like black mist that he breathes in and goes, "Ah!" And he falls 30 feet into the sky.
Avran
He
does.
falls 30 feet into the sky.
No, the other guy.
Oh, my guy? Oh
Yeah,
god.
your guy, the random
Well,
guy who was eating.
he is just holding on to his bowl of gumbo. He's dropped the plate and the ale that it came with, and he just goes, yeah, he's straight up, I guess. Oh, let me put him here for a second.
Out of curiosity, how high is the tallest mast on the ship?
The tallest mast?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, maybe, I don't know, like 80 feet?
Oh, okay.
I don't know ships that
So,
well.
no, if he's 30 feet in the air,
He's
then,
not
you know,
over the ship yet.
He'll probably be caught by a sail or something.
He's just
Hopefully.
screaming, hey, what's the big deal? He's just sticking up into there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't. Okay, I'll think.
What the hell, man?
I'm so sorry.
He's so pissed. And the other crew members are just laughing.
And Calamity is done with training. He's done. He's over it. That was too much. That was too much.
When does the spell end?
I think an hour. Let me look.
Oh my god.
Let me look. Hold on. It lasts for
I was waiting for
it has
Wild
no
Magic
time.
Surge to fuck us.
It has no time limit, so I'm gonna say an hour or whatever you choose, DM. It has no. It just says you cast fly on a random creature within 60 feet of you, and that.
Oh, well that. So then you
Well,
go
what's
to
the
the
duration
spell
of
fly. Yeah.
Oh, an hour. I think.
Okay.
There you go.
Also, fly means they have control.
Do they know that? I don't know that.
I don't
mean,
think
you can figure it out.
I don't think he knows it right away. But there is gonna be another tabaxi that kind of comes out of the woodwork. Somewhat familiar. You might have gotten really drunk with her that first night,
Probably.
but she does end the spell on him. But he falls into the ocean.
I grabbed the
Fuck.
rope and kind of.
Okay,
pulled him
how
aside,
loud was
tossed
the
it to him.
commotion, and have I made it to my cabin yet?
You made it to your cabin, but you do hear some laughter. But that's what you hear.
All right, so if I'm able to exit while he is still falling,
No,
cast
you
Feather
can't.
Fall.
Nah, he dropped. He
All right.
swims. He's
You
swimming.
can't say it, everybody. Sorry.
He's kind of just treading water, and his gumbo is gone, and he's mad. But he does. He makes it to. He starts to swim kind of towards the back of the ship. He's gonna find a ladder and climb his way out.
You can have my meal. I'm sorry. Did you know that was gonna happen? I didn't know that was gonna happen.
No, if I'd known that would have happened, I wouldn't have snuck up behind you. Note to self.
That was really
Never
cool
sneak up
though.
behind
You were so fast. You just blunk out of nowhere.
And as that happens, you are gonna hear the captain. Oh my gosh! Sorry, all the dogs. You are gonna hear the captain sort of pace around and tell certain groups of crewmates to kind of get ready and kind of tuck in for the night. He is appointing. It looks like he's appointing a few crew members to stay up and keep watch for the first quarter of the night and keep the ship going. But by the time he makes it to, looks like the front of the ship or where you guys are at, he walks over and tells you, like, y'all should get ready for bed. He's going to make sure everyone's safe. And he'll wake you all up early in the AM for breakfast.
Okay.
But he says the storm's going to get pretty heavy soon. So it's better to go below deck.
I gingerly hold my ribs and walk below deck looking for wherever Liara is.
Yeah, and looks like Liara has set up another plate of food there for you, as well as 2 bottles of wine, and she's been waiting. You do pass Toddle in the process. Toddle, it's been a couple hours or so. What's the progress on some of your projects?
Okay, well, honestly, I could say if it's only been if it's been a couple of hours, I could do both of the things that I think Toddle is good for doing both those things. So, I'm so nice. Okay, so I have some diamond dust that I have 2, but I'm going to use one of my diamond dusts, and that I created what are they called? Like brass knuckles.
Okay.
But
Legit.
they're gonna be obviously not gonna look like modern day brass knuckles, but they're gonna be very pretty. It's Toddle's attempt at trying to make because he doesn't know anything about jewelry, and he's gonna try to he only knows very limited armor things. This man is a potion maker, so he just probably flipped to some book, was like, huh, okay, I could make something that looks like that, and it ended up being a weapon, kind of like a weapon of some kind, and he was able to imbue a lot of really, really pretty diamond dust little, you could see little balls of the gems inside of it, and it's gonna be
Cute.
it's gonna be Toddle's version of making a ring. And he's he's gonna see everyone. He's gonna be, oh, wait. And he's gonna flag everyone down.
What can I do for you, Toddle?
Are you hurting? Are you okay? Do you need some potion shit?
I just think a good night's rest will help me out. But I snuck up behind Calamity and startled him, and I suffered the consequences of that. Let's just say.
You've known Calamity a whole 5 minutes. You know what's gonna happen.
Some lessons take longer to learn.
I suppose so. Well, here you go. And he's gonna actually. One thing Toddle did kind of get right is he did make a little nice presentation of it. It's all in a little nice basket, and with some really cool things, little shooty flowers that aren't real, because there's obviously no flowers here or anything, but he made maybe little paper flowers or something. Him trying to be crafty or metal bits or something, him trying to be crafty and making a romantic present. And it's just what you would expect, if you gave an engineer crafting tools and was make something cutesy. Right? So
Cool.
he's gonna hand that to Everin and say, okay, I did my best. Don't laugh. I'm gonna go back to work. And the wand. So this will be Anne's choice, but I took all the parts of the eel. I took the blood. I took all of the bits. I basically dissected this whole thing into pieces and constructed a wand. You could say I used some of the willow bark from one of the first episodes.
Nice.
And spun it all together and made a wand for Saber. So that way,
Nice.
yeah, there could be whatever that eel was in essence of. It is now imbued into this wand and can now be used as a weapon.
Sweet. He is actually asleep on his cot by this time, so you'd have to give it to him in the morning. But remind me again, Toddle, I don't think you sleep as often. I think your long rest is naturally shorter.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I work through the night basically, but
okay.
Unless I am hitting exhaustion levels like in hell, but where I haven't eaten in a while. But otherwise, he doesn't require as much sleep. So I could be working on another project. These 2 projects did not take any time at all.
Okay.
So yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna hand those to Everin and say, okay, there you go.
Thank you, Tuttle. I really appreciate it.
No problem, bud. Just help me catch this damn fish so we can save our skin.
I'll do my best.
And
And then, yeah, that's it.
Vera and Calamity, what do you do before the night starts to set in?
Oh, real quick before we go over to them, I'm
Yeah.
also Toddle has left the willow seed out.
Cute. I love her.
I don't know if the willow seed does anything when mixed with the sea, but I know the willow seed had a like gets advantage on evil things, but I'm gonna be feeding like fish, like you could say fish guts or any of the leftover bits from the.
It is loving that. It acts as pretty solid fertilizer or strengthening for it. It's if you give it enough, it's gonna grow a few inches taller by next morning.
Okay, yeah, Toddle will be
But
feeding
it is
the
chowing
bits.
down.
The bits, and then Toddle will also have food, and then I'll begin working on something else. A secret.
Before Calamity turns in, he would have a small conversation with the rat man.
Okay.
I can wait for after Vera for that.
Vera's just gonna attune with the dagger, double check her locks, and make sure that there were no unwelcome guests in the quarters.
Roll investigation, please.
Fuck
Why
yeah.
can't-
Natural
can't-
20.
Oh,
I
shit.
knew I'd roll one today.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, there's a monitor that was set inside this room. And it was a natural 20. So, actually right underneath your large desk, and I'm trying to fucking actually open it up. Why? Oh, fuck, I don't know. It looks like I'll figure it out next game. But your quarters, there's a giant desk, and you have your own cot kind of to the side, as well as all of your things, and there's a couple of cabinets, and your own storage of food as well as like kind of a crafting bar. But underneath your large desk, where you have maps laid out of your travels to find the crew in the first place, there seems to be like a tiny like blinking stone, and it's like this kind of gooey adhesive. It was stuck to the bottom of it, but the stone has a really kind of faint blue glow, and it's kind of fading in and out. But it looks like it's well, roll an Arcana check. Let me see if you would know what this thing does fully.
Nine.
Well, I mean, it's tracking something. It looks like it can pick up. You're assuming it can pick up probably voices, or you're assuming it could be some sort of almost like scrying material as well.
So Vera's gonna take it to the window. And she's gonna
Okay.
bring it to her mouth, and she's gonna go,
To the window, to the window, to the wall, to the wall, to the Okay, I'm sorry. All right, keep going.
better try next time, and then drop it out of the ship.
All right, and it is going to fall, kind of plunk into the ocean and start to sink through the bottom. You'll see this faint blue just slowly disappear as it sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
And then Vera's gonna lock the window.
Okay. And so what are you going to say to Rat Boy?
So he's
We're
after
going
that
to
whole
name him Omar.
after that whole ordeal that he saw with me and Everan, and after everyone was eating and everything, he sees me kind of like waddle like up to him with this bucket that's too big for me to hold, and like still holding like some of the rope up like on my waist, and like hi.
And he kind of stops writing in his journal, and he takes a look at you, and he puts his pen or his quill in the middle of his book and closes the book. Hi, Calamity, right?
Yeah, it's good to see you up and about.
Thank you for saving my life.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was my friends. They're really strong, and I was just happened to be there. I'm really happy that everything's fine. So what's your name?
My name is Omar. Omar Reyes.
You really gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. This guy's cool anyway. You can call me Omar.
Omar. That's a nice name.
Thanks.
Um, what do you remember from before that thing kind of took over you?
Kind of leans back against the
If
railing.
this was, you don't have to answer it if it's too serious of a question. If this is a good time, if this is just like you're in a good time, and if it's gonna take you back to a bad headspace,
No,
you
really.
don't have to worry about it.
Really. I wish I knew. I don't remember too much. I don't even remember how I got out here. The last thing I remember was being back home, but that's hundreds of miles away from here, so I don't really know how long it's been. I don't even have any of my old scars anymore because of the healing magic from the one tabaxi. So it's hard for me to tell.
Do you remember by chance the date? What date it was that you last remember before you were here?
It was definitely in the winter. It was the last thing I remember. It was snowing.
DM, how long do I think that's been?
It's the summer right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He was out of it for a while.
Yup.
Damn. A whole season and a half. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just clearing some snow at my cabin, so
Well,
I mean,
hopefully, hopefully we can get you back to your cabin. And, are you a writer? I saw that you were writing in your book with or journaling or maybe short stories or.
well, it was the one thing I had with me. But the journal entry, it ends that same day I remember. So I figured I might as well continue it in case it happens again.
Okay. Well, I never wrote in a journal before, but I hear it's very, what's the word when it makes you feel better? It's very cathartic. It's very therapeutic. Therapeutic. That's what I heard. I haven't done it, but that's what I hear.
I recommend it. I heard so far, just via rumors around here, that you and your friends have had quite the adventure so far.
That's one way to put it. That's definitely one way to put it. That sounds like a bit more glamorous than what it was, but we can definitely say that.
A fact that a Haragon like you is able to survive this long out here and intact, and he does look at your legs as if he's aware of like what you're hunted for, is impressive to me. Again, I should probably get going, but I recommend writing in a journal once in a while.
I'll try it. I'll give it a try.
And at that, he does get up and he does kneel down, so he's a little bit more eye level to you. And he says, "And I swear, I'll do everything I can to make up for what you and your friends have done for me. I'll do anything."
Oh, well, you don't. And he just starts to babble. He wants to say like you don't have to do anything, but like this is just so intimate and so honest and open that he just kind of starts to just stumble. Um, and he just kind of like after a while, he's just kind of like nods and walks away because he's just like, just shut up, Calamity, just shut up. And
And
he is going to go find bedding down under.
sweet. And he kind of the Omar watches you walk off, and he is going to kind of watch you walk off for a while, and he is going to kind of take one of his rings off of his hands, and he's going to stick it into his pocket. He's going to kind of start to wrap twine around his journal, and he's going to head down as well. So just for time's sake, I am going to say everyone does their thing. Vera, you have fully attuned to that dagger. You're going to know because it's going to feel like kind of a warm hum, kind of send like a small waves kind of through your arm from the dagger and into your kind of the core of your body and outward. You're going to feel it kind of vibrate into you until it stops. And you are going to feel a little bit differently. Toddle's working away. Avran, you're just chatting with Liera, just talking about all kinds of things. It looks like she wrote kind of a small short story about the fishing, talking about how she's a little jealous of like what you guys caught, but took some of the fish that she caught and she did make a fillet for you as well, even though you probably already ate during the fight, but you politely try to eat it anyway. But all of you do end up passing the fuck out. So I would say a full rest for everybody. At this point below deck, there's still people working up top, including the captain and his wife. But below deck, it's quiet as can be. There's just a couple of kind of gas lanterns about, but otherwise really dim lighting. But Avren, you're going to actually have a pretty alarming dream. It's going to be pretty quiet, and in the dream, you're going to wake up, and it's going to be like it is, actually, pretty quiet. Everyone's asleep. Toddle isn't even there. You're going to look around. Liara's kind of sound asleep, facing away from you. Everyone seems to be facing away from you. And you're going to step up off the bed and look over, and you're going to see yourself sleeping as well. At this point, it becomes a little bit more of a lucid dream. So you are going to be more aware. So at this point in your dream, you're going to hear something calling for you above deck. Do you follow the voice?
So I like that you said this because I am one of those people that will like love to have lucid dreams. I have never once had one, and it pisses me off. So I absolutely follow that voice.
You walk through, and things appear a lot slower to you, and like scenes and people, even though it's kind of a tight spot below deck with all the cots lined up, they seem farther than they actually are. You walk through, you don't feel your body per se, you do feel and hear the sound of your own footsteps. Mm-hmm. But even as you emerge above deck, there's no one there. There's no crew members working or anything. The ocean is quiet as well. It's pretty still. The ship is moving, but there's no wind in the sails. And it is nighttime. It's dark. There's no light at all. Where on the ship do you go?
I guess I go towards the front of the ship, since that's the direction we're heading.
Yeah, you walk through the front towards the front of the ship, where your shark would have been, where crew members were usually there, surrounding these barrels. All the barrels are just empty. It's clean. You look out into the ocean, and there's not even stars. There's not even clouds. It's still light out, like you can see the detail and you can see the reflection of these waves in the water, but you can't see anything else. But you hear the voice again below you. Do you look?
Like below me in the water?
Yeah.
I put, both hands on the railing and slowly peek over.
As you do, something reaches out and grabs you by the throat and grips you really tight. all of a sudden, all the breath escapes your chest, and you can't move. You can't move your hands. Your feet are just anchored into the deck. And you see this long, mangled arm kind of reaching out from the ocean, and the ocean seems to rise up to the deck towards you. And out of the water becomes a ghastly face. Just white balls of the eyes, no iris, no pupil. But it looks like it's been dead a long time. Its skin is bloated as if it's been sitting in this water and floating. No hair, no real features, no nose. And it opens a gaping mouth at you and starts to almost scream, but everything's still silent. Even the whisper it was whispering before is gone. As this happens, as your heart sort of sinks to the bottom of your stomach, you wake up. And as you look around, Liera is stirring a little bit because she hears you sort of wake from this nightmare. And she kind of reaches over and kind of lays a paw onto your thigh. But she's still like fucking really tired. And she's still asleep. Everyone else around you is still asleep. But Toddle, you see Averin wake up from this nightmare. Because you're still
Okay.
awake. And actually, we are going to end the show there. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and hanging out and winning some dice and all that good stuff. We'll see what Avran's nightmare was even about. Is it the creature that's after them? Is it something else? Is it something worse? Is it something... Who knows?
Ooh.
Woot woot. Thank you so much, you guys. We'll see you all next week.
Well, let's see who we're gonna raid.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
see let's see who we're gonna send it to.
And a reminder, we are giving away dice next week, but we're also going to be giving away a piece of artwork by me. And it has to be a D&D character. If it's not a D&D character, I also do pet portraits. So there's that. But yeah, who are we rating?
You know what? Let's go to let me make sure they're like still going. Yeah. They're, all right, so let's go to our friends over at Perception Studios. We haven't seen them in a while.
Cool.
Perception Studio.
All right, we're starting the raid.
Yeah.
Hashtag gone fishing.
Gone fishing. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love it, you guys. We're out. See you later.
Bye.
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 Hi, guys.
Bye.